Okay, let me check. Here we go. We're going into the game right now, and in the top right corner of Overgrowth this time, it is going to be our green Protoss player from Esports Club Visualize, Liquid. Woo. You do the other one.
Right, and in the lower left portion we have from ATcm SmokedU. Protoss player. What the hell is that nickname?
SmokedU.
SmokedU.
Yeah.
I smoked you.
Ah, he's gonna smoke us, I guess. And I kind of feel that that's a bad thing for us, so I think maybe he's telling his opponents that he's going to smoke them.
Frank, now I'm going to tell you something which you probably don't know because you don't speak Slovak nor Czech. If it's a bad thing for us, well, that depends on your, shall we say, partnership preferences sexually, because, you know, like the equivalent of the English phrase to blow someone is to smoke someone. So when I saw that picture, I was like, smoked you. I'm like, yeah, the hell you did.
Alright, I get where you're coming from now. That is not very PG, Mr. AT Gaming.
That's not at all.
Really cool.
To die.
Patrick. Oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna hop out real quick to the chat because
Oh god.
Alright, cool. Back in the game. Because Wish was saying in the chat that it's a best of 3, but actually I disagree. I think it's a best of 1. So I hope that Wish, our longtime admin, is wrong on this.
You know, the game did start on Overgrowth, which is the starting map on in the best of 3, you know, the third round of the tournament, but according to the brackets, this...
Oh, then I know what went wrong, because Wish apparently thinks it's best of 3, so he thinks it's a round of 8. So he's picked the starting map for the round of 8. But he was wrong, because these two players are in the round of 16, so that's what went wrong. So we're playing on the map that's picked for the round of 16, but this is in fact a best of 1, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, as long as all the players are fine with it, you know, otherwise they should be playing on Nimbus, right?
That is true, but you know, this has been an honest mistake by the admin, so I don't think the players mind. In fact, if they would mind, they would have said so.
They would tell so, yeah. They would say so.
These are, I mean, they're not professional players, but they play professionally.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Okay, so let's see. Both players getting the Stalkers, and let me see if Liquid's gonna be getting the Mothership Core.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, he does. He does get the Mothership Core. So that's fine. And,
alright. Hey, I've noticed a bit of a theme today.
Yeah, which one?
The theme is that 5 out of the 6 players that we've been casting so far are Protoss players. That might be a Dutch thing, I don't know. Lots of Protosses.
I'm just going to say this.
Probe died.
And I'm going to sound like a meanie, but where the hell have you been the past 2 years?
I mean, oh, you meanie?
I mean, like the majority of the latter, it seems, are Protoss players. Terrans are almost nowhere to be found, and the Zergs are just kind of... It's like ZVP on and on and on and on.
Oh, right.
ZVP, ZVP, ZV, Z, and PvP all the time.
Makes me want to play Terran, because I have to admit, I always play Protoss, but that's something that I've been doing since like 1998. And it directly links to my inability to spend more than 10 hours a year playing Starcraft, so whenever I do play, I play with the race that I already kind of know.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Alright, so let's see here. Liquid, both players opened with a Stargate, but it looks like SmokedU is going to be going for something aggressive. Let's check. Yeah, he only built 1 Phoenix out of that Stargate. I think he used that for scouting purposes. I mean, he should have.
Yeah.
And then he added on 2 additional gates, so he's probably going to be on the offensive. This is what MC likes to do quite a lot. He builds a Stargate, he adds on 2, maybe even 3 gates, and then just does a pressure. And since, you know, out of 3 gates he can produce so many units, the defender has to commit a lot of units at his ramp just to stay alive. And that's where you build an Oracle finally out of the Stargate and ravage the mineral line and pull back. And this could outright win you the game.
Well, when you say does a pressure, I mean, that's That's also sounds like kind of a euphemism for using the bathroom for number 2, but I gotta say that's. I gotta do a pressure. All right. We see something in position, and that something is an oracle, like you said.
Yeah, so, but this is not an aggressive move. This is more like a defensive oracle from.
Wait, what defense? The one that's floating into the mineral line right now, is that a defensive oracle?
Yeah, because it forces. Well, it kind of just loses its life almost needlessly, but it has forced SmokedU to not attack with its ground army. That's the main thing here.
Good point. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from now. That's a good point. Oh, there goes the photon overcharge. Phoenix Psy.
This is actually pretty good for Liquid, because he did get a robo facility as well, and he did see with his oracle, if he paid attention, that there's a high number of stalkers on the field for SmokedU. So, once he gets a second, maybe a third immortal, he can start attacking if he so wishes, and he's going to probably have a pretty good advantage in a fight versus SmokedU's army, just because of the composition.
Yep.
Of course, those Phoenixes are going to be a nuisance, but...
Yeah, picking up probes left and right. Let's see how many probes have died so far. I got this fancy layout for that. Oh, it's only 4.
Oh, here we have the fight. The Phoenixes are trying to lift up the Immortal, taking that out of the fight. That was a good decision.
Nice.
Does lose 1 Phoenix.
Ooh, nice.
Now he's going to get the Immortal for sure. This was a mistake by Liquid. He should not have tried to walk up that ramp. He loses the Mothership Core as well.
Ooh.
Oh, this fight is certainly not going Liquid's way, but still he hangs on in there.
Yeah, and these Phoenixes are gonna go down now, so... Alright, okay. I think...
without those Phoenixes, SmokedU cannot attack.
This is, I think this is stabilized for now.
Yeah, I think more than stabilized. I mean, he's got the expansion nexus going for him. Even without the Mothership Core, he should be able to stay alive if he pays attention to his Immortals. Without those Phoenixes, those Phoenixes, their job was to lift up as many Stalkers or Immortals as possible. But their job was not to kill the Immortals. That's the mistake SmokedU made. He should have just put those units out of battle and, micro his Stalkers. But he's just been too greedy in that fight.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? I think I heard SmokedU's mother call from the main base. I think it's time for him to retreat.
Yeah, I think it is just about that time. Dinner's ready.
Dinner's ready.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I ate for dinner? I had mac and cheese with ketchup.
Ooh.
A real man's dinner.
I